The Rough Country 3.75-inch suspension and body lift kit is available for any 07 to 13 Silverado or Sierra owner who's looking to lift their truck a decent amount in order to fit larger wheels and tires in the squared-off wheel wells. It's also going to be for anybody looking to raise the truck up to gain a lot more ground clearance to become more capable off-road, and also for those looking to just simply level out the stance at the same time. This 3-in-1 kit will be a bit over the entry-level price range, but not quite premium either. This one offers basics to the body lift and suspension, as well as to level things out for just about 300 bucks. Since it will require some cutting and trimming for the installation, I am giving this full 3 out of 3 wrenches on our difficulty meter, which will take about 4 to 6 hours depending on your skills, but we'll talk more about that later on. If you're taking a look at this kit, you're probably doing some off-roading at one point or another, and you're looking to improve your time on the trails. This kit is definitely going to offer the parts you need to become more capable on and off-road especially. You'll be getting the 3.75-inch lift, which is a decent size, to help you gain more ground clearance, which will help you take on obstacles on the trail. Keep in mind, if you decide not to take advantage of the biggest wheel and tire size you can run here, you might run the risk of looking like you skipped leg day, in which case you might want to check out some of the other lift kits that are a bit smaller, in my personal opinion. Rough Country does offer a lot smaller lifts in the 1 to 2-inch range if that would fit your preference. This kit will include a few different things here, including the body lift 1¼ inch fabricated rear blocks, a set of fiberglass reinforced nylon spacers and 2-inch rear pucks, a set of lower front strut extensions which don't require you to disassemble the front strut, by the way. It will also include a rear bumper relocation bracket to help close the gap between the body and the frame after the body lift blocks are installed, which is where some cutting will come into play. All of this will maintain close to factory ride quality, which is great for guys not looking to lose that factory ride feel and have to make a lot more adjustments to get the feeling back. Now, if you're really looking to go above and beyond and you're looking for the biggest lift possible that Rough Country offers, they do shoot for the bigger lifts of about 7 inches for guys looking to squeeze the biggest tire possible in the wheel wells, which of course would come with a slightly higher price, but there's things to keep in mind here. They also offer lifts that are under the 3.75 mark, going from 1 to 2 inches and everywhere in between. Shifting gears over to the install portion of the video, once again this will require some cutting and trimming to the factory rear frame and brackets to get this to work, which will require some know-how and confidence, so if you feel like taking it to the professionals is best, there's no shame in that. However, if you feel like tackling this one yourself, you want to have a cutting tool of your choice on deck, like a Sawzall or a rotary cutter. With a drill, along with basically the entire toolbox, you can take about 4 to 6 hours depending on your comfortability with the process. Either way, 3 out of 3 wrenches on our difficulty meter here. With the front, you'll obviously need to get the truck in the air and support it on jack stands, then have the wheels taken off. From here, you'll need to remove the factory front struts completely from the truck and install the plate extension on top of the strut and tighten it down using factory hardware. The strut spacer will go on underneath the lower strut mount by pressing down on the lower control arm and aligning the holes. From here, you can reinstall everything from up to this point in the reverse order, tightening everything down to manufacturer specs. Repeat the process for the opposite side and you're good to move on to the rear. The body lift will obviously be a more involved process. There's a bunch of steps you need to take before being able to actually lift this thing. You need to remove the bumper brackets from the front, the grounds from the frame, intake hose, fan shroud hoses, mark the steering shaft, remove the skid plate, e-brake cable, cab bolts, then loosen up the frame end strap. Only after these steps listed on the instruction can you actually get the cab in the air. You'll get the body puck and hardware into place and make sure all lines are clear. You'll need to run the e-brake cable into position, which may require bending a tab or two to make it work. You'll remove and reinstall the tow hooks after drilling a 1/2 inch into the bumper mounting position for the relocation bracket. The bed lift requires a few steps before lifting as well. You need to unplug harnesses, remove the hitch, rear bumper, the bed hardware on both sides, and then jack the bed up enough to fit the bed pucks into place. You'll use the template provided to mark the drilling locations on the frame and use the install guides to determine where you need to cut as well. The relocation brackets are going to allow for the bumper to close the gap slightly between the frame and the body, so you can start reinstalling that along with the bed frame hardware and hitch. Everything else will get torqued down the spec and you'll be good to go. Overall, it takes about 4 to 6 hours from start to finish, and we'll get 3 out of 3 wrenches on our difficulty meter. Again, this was everything in a nutshell, but the installation instructions will detail everything to spec and help you along your way. If you're the owner of a 2007 to 2013 Silverado or Sierra 1500, you might want to check out the Rough Country 3.75-inch suspension and body lift, which you can find right here at AmericanTrucks.com.